The cheese may stick to the pan or the fat separates out, making the pasta a greasy and stringy mess instead of that creamy sauce we were hoping for.
So I've wanted to make Cacio E Pepe, one of the most famous Roman pasta dishes out there on this channel for a long time. The issue is, even though it's only 3 ingredients, it is extremely difficult to execute and there is a high rate of error with making this dish. Now I stumbled across one of my favorite YouTubers videos recently. His name is Ethan Chlebowski and he is a food science based YouTuber. And he basically addresses the issues on why this is such a difficult dish to make, but he also gives us a solution and a different method aside from the traditional one that is almost bulletproof. So in this video, since we do test viral TikTok recipes, I figured why not test the method that Ethan gives us in his video on camera and see if we can really make bulletproof Cacio E Pepe. Before we jump into this video, my name is Farnum, this is More Seasoning, and if you're new to the channel, please don't hesitate to scroll down, hit that like and that subscribe button. Now, Cacio E Pepe. Basically what this is it's a 3-ingredient. Yo, look up here. Hey, right now, we're currently editing the video that you're watching, and after I'm watching what I'm editing, I go into detail way too much about what Ethan goes into detail about in his video. I'm over-explaining everything that he talks about, when really we're just supposed to be testing the recipe in this video. So his secret ingredient is cornstarch. If you wanna know why, watch his video. If you wanna know if his method of cornstarch works, watch this video. Let's go. So before we actually test this new method, I have to say Ethan does credit Italian chef Luciano Mansilio for this method, who gave us it in reply to Babish because Babish couldn't figure out why his Cacio E Pepe had such an issue. Hopefully this is the answer. Ethan gives us all of the measurements. He gives us an in-depth breakdown as to why the starch works, the cheese temperatures, all of that. So I'm crediting him. Without any further ado, let's see if the method works. All right, let's start. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take that secret ingredient, 10 grams of cornstarch, and then we're just gonna mix it into 150 grams of cold water. Now we just take our slurry and on a low-medium heat in a pan, we're just going to slowly warm it up until it thickens up into this gluey-like sauce. Now we're gonna grate 100 grams of fresh parm. Now we got 150 grams of some stinky-ass Pecorino Romano. Next, 15 grams of olive oil. So for this recipe, they do not say to toast the pepper, so we're not gonna toast it, and they also don't give us a measurement, so we're just gonna grind until our heart's content. All right, now we're gonna put all our ingredients together, starting with the Pecorino Parmesan. I'm gonna do about 2 grams of black pepper, 15 grams of olive oil, and now we're gonna add in our, I guess you would call it a dehydrated cornstarch slurry. Now let's mix it up with a fork. Once we got it all mixed up by hand, we're gonna take our stick blender or a regular blender and go to town. Switch it to the bowl, damn it. This thing just doesn't work. All right, so I've been blending for like 15 minutes at this point, and his is almost like soup, and mine is just kind of like, it's like paste at this point. So I think I'm just gonna add a little bit more olive oil to this to try to thin it out. I double checked all my measurements. I know originally we measured the cornstarch in pounds, but we went back and redid it in grams. So everything, all the measurements are on point at this time. So let's just do some olive oil, I guess. All right, so everything has come together, but again, we're still in paste form, and I probably added another 15 grams of olive oil. We went back, I'm not calling anybody out, but the only thing that I can think that happened is if you look back at the video, he just kind of eyeballs the pecorino, and obviously that can't be a precise measurement, so I'm thinking maybe he used less cheese. I don't know, but again, I've added an extra 15 grams of olive oil, and I'm still pasty, but you know what? Maybe it'll still work. Let's hit the stove, come on. We're at the stove. We got salt and we're boiling. Add a couple pinches in there, just like that. Then half a pound of spaghetti. All right, we got about a minute left on our pasta. I'm going in with a ladle. We're gonna get some of that nice starchy water. Do a nice ladle and a half into our pan. Then we're gonna take 2 heaping tablespoons of our very thick Cacio E Pepe sauce. Now we're just gonna mix this. Damn it, Ethan, did you come through? Did you come through? Because that's looking pretty good to me. Our pasta's ready, so we're just gonna go ahead, pull that pasta out and in. We got this on a nice low heat. All right, let's see what we're talking about. Go ahead and cream it. That sounds crazy. So we put this in a hot pan with hot starchy water and hot pasta, and normally this would be stringy and disgusting and broken, but instead it looks like we have just got a beautiful, creamy, perfect Cacio E Pepe sauce. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that this worked. The only thing we have to do at this point is plate it and taste it, and I think our boy Ethan came through. If this sauce is what Ethan claims that it is, then I'm taking full advantage of it. We are making some super creamy Cacio E Pepe. I want that extra sauce if I can get it. Oh my God, this smells amazing. Holy 3, 2, 1. You mother, bro. Holy sh.
Oh my God, I hate Cacio E Pepe. That's amazing.
Amazing, isn't it? Oh God, I swear I just died and came back to life. When it comes to Cacio E Pepe, me and Jacqueline agree that's probably the best that we've ever had, and I just made it here at the house. All you need is a blender, some cornstarch, and the regular ingredients for the recipe. 5 out of 5 stars if you ask me. If you're gonna ever follow a Ethan Chlebowski recipe, you got my approval, because this shit is gas. Everybody here is enjoying it right now, and there's leftovers, so you can make the sauce whenever you want. Hey, real quick, my name is Farnum. This is More Seasoning. If you haven't done so already, please scroll down, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment below, and let me know. Are you gonna try this Cacio E Pepe? It's a lot easier than the traditional way. Appreciate y'all. We out.